Seriously, that's how this video is starting off. What am I doing today? I'm redoing my garden. I'm a horrible vegetable gardener most of the time, so let me go ahead and explain what I'm doing. Hold on one sec. Yeah, great way to start a video. Hey guys, I'm going to do a quick video on a late season transformation of a garden gone bad. I'm going to tear out some of my old garden and replant, hopefully for some late crop. And then I'm going to show you some watering spikes that I think I talked about these 2 years ago, and I figured I'd go ahead and show you what these are for and how I make them. They're pretty cool. So hold on. Hey guys, it's Doc, and yes, I'm going to be pulling out the majority of my garden. I'm a horrible vegetable gardener because so much of my time, I got my shop, I got the yard, I got videos, got everything else I got to do. I just basically plant it and let it go. Well, this year, the droughts that we had really took a toll on this stuff. And it's all looking pretty bad. And we're not eating the green beans, really. So I'm not even really hard. I mean, it's just a mess. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to plant a late vegetable garden, mainly tomatoes. Give it a try. And the reason being is I got some garden soil and I got some tomato plants, all about 40% off. So I figured, why not sweat for the day? So I'm going to tear this out. I'm going to redo it real quick. Probably spend about 2 hours out here redoing it, plant some tomatoes, because that's what we're eating mostly. We're mostly eating tomatoes. Hopefully, and then we'll come back and I'll do another video probably in about 30 days or so and give you an update, or even post in the description below. I always link to stuff. So. So you want a lesson on how Bermuda grass grows? This is one runner. That is a Bermuda grass runner. Hold on, here we go. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Is that amazing or what? That is simply amazing. That's why some people hate Bermuda grass. We love it. Well, I guess the benefit is I get lunch. Good cucumber. I got some cherry tomatoes back there too. Oh, lunch on the go. And little Jack Russell sitting back here, and I've learned she eats tomatoes, by the way. So let me just break this down for you. This year, almost everything in my garden was made from seeds. And all I had to buy was a little bit of soil and the seeds. So I spent like $50. We didn't eat a lot of cucumbers. We gave them all to Barb. Pulled beans, a lot of beans, a lot of peas, a lot of tomatoes, probably $150, $200 worth of produce before the drought and that blight or fungus set in. I found these tomato plants on sale, and every single one of them has tomatoes on it. And they seem like I think it's like a 50 to 70 day crop bloom. So let's say this is August 1st. I've got August, September, October, got at least 3 months. So I'm guessing I'll have a good 6 to 8 weeks of fruit production. We just absolutely love garden tomatoes. I don't care what they cost. You cannot buy tomatoes like these in the store. If you've never eaten a garden tomato, you haven't lived. You really haven't. They're just addicting. I got a few cherry tomatoes over here that are just, whew. So let me show you the finished product. All planted up. Now I did go ahead and treat the soil, and I treated all these cages and stakes with a fungicide. I sprayed it before I reused them, by the way. And then put a new fresh layer of topsoil on top of all of it. And if I see anything come up, I'll treat it. Now, some of these tomato plants back here actually survived. The cherry tomato plant really is doing well, actually. And these two have a little bit of fungus, which I'm cutting out and spraying. We'll see if they survive. If not, I'll pull those too. Hey guys, so now let's talk about these watering spikes. These watering spikes are not dirt cheap to make, but I have a bunch of old PVC at the shop, so it didn't cost me much. But the nice thing is they last forever. So once you make these things, you can use them for 20 years. Here's the one thing about tomatoes and a lot of crops. Fungus has a tendency to attack tomatoes and other crops when they're really wet. So you really shouldn't water crops on the foliage. You want to avoid that, especially at night. But if you can drip, it's almost like a soaker hose system. But soaker hose systems really are kind of ineffective for these boxes I've found. So I just like these little spikes, and they work out well. It's a way to get a measured amount of water directly to a plant without wetting all the leaves and everything. I've found that these boxes in the sun have a tendency to dry the soil out all around the edges and pull the moisture away. And these little spikes, water spikes, have a tendency to help out during this hot weather. And I should have made them earlier, but I didn't. So let me show you. So let me show you just a little parts list here. This is a 1/2 inch PVC. This is about 6 inches. This is a little slip for the 1/2 inch. And then this is a 45-degree slip elbow, 2 inch, which goes to here. And the way that I assemble these is not here. So that 45 goes there. This piece goes in here. And then this piece slips in here. No glue at all. That's what it looks like. So that's my little water spike. So let me show it to you over here. So I have this is a 20-inch piece of PVC, 2-inch slip into a sort of spigot slip to about an 8-inch piece of 1/2 inch PVC. Let me show you what these do. Okay, so you can see I've already got one in here, and I filled this one up with water about 30 minutes ago. And so that water is pretty much gone now and down into this plant. So all I do is I just put it, I don't want to go too deep, but I just want to put it right at this plant. Sorry, can't do this with one hand. And that's really it right there. And then I'll fill this up with water. All that water now is basically delivered to the root system of the plant without me having to wet this whole area. And that's always been a problem with tomatoes, is just keeping these things wet. All right, so I've got one in already. Now these things have a tendency to roll, so sometimes you need to tie them up. But all I'm going to do is I'm going to put it right at the base of my plant, right there. Push it in, just right there. and I'll tie it up. Alright, so I've got it tied up to the cage here, so it's stable now. And then all I have to do so, and then just test them out, make sure they're stable. So you can see there's still water inside that one. I just filled it up, and the water's still about here. So it's a slow feed, and over time that dirt will sort of backfill that little tube, and it'll go even slower. Same thing here. See, that one's still at the very, very top. And it'll slowly feed into that plant. Same thing here. And that one's going in pretty quick, actually. So I might need to readjust that tube. So one question people have is, why do I use a 45? These tomato plants are going to get large, as you can see behind here, and you need to be able to get easy access to water them. I mean, they're going to get huge, so that's what they look like. So someone wanted an update on the PGF treatment after the scalp. So this is 6 days after my hard cut scalp treated with PGF. It's looking fantastic. Just a little update for you in case you were looking for it. And one other little side note, what I probably should have done, I probably should have cut these little plunging ends at an angle. Probably would have been better. If you got to go into a root system, they probably work a little bit better. But this is a great little feeder system. The other thing is if you want to, you can use this in addition to a normal watering, but also if you want to put any kind of liquid fertilizer, you can actually put your fertilizer directly in. Instead of fertilizing the entire bed, just put a very mild liquid fertilizer in the tube along with your water. And that's a good way to actually get it right into the plant. Saves you money there too. Like I said, these things last. I mean, they'll last for 50 years, so pass them down to your children. Just a simple little idea. Like I said, just trying to get some more tomatoes out of that garden. Too bad we had that drought and that fungus came in, and hopefully we'll treat it, see what happens. Hit that subscribe button, and I'll talk to you later. Doc.